More than 5 million people have had to flee the devastating effects of the humanitarian crisis in Venezuela. It is a forced migration because in most of the country there is no access to water, electricity, or food. Every day, hundreds of people cross the border into Colombia on foot. These migrants, known as Caminantes, walk hundreds of kilometers seeking a path to survival. The authoritarian government of Venezuela censors and persecutes journalists whose reporting defies the official state messaging about this crisis. Many brave journalists fight now to offer information at this time in the country.
For centuries, stories of journeys were documented via the arts, painted on cave walls, recited by bards in epic poems, and composed by troubadours in music. As contemporary storytellers, we tell underreported stories of social injustices via the arts, via music and film. We tell them to create awareness in audiences today and to preserve these stories for future generations. With collaborative investigative composing, we tell these stories via the carillon, or bell tower. The sound of the bells can travel for up to 2 miles away, so we have audiences we can't even see. Bell towers originally, and the sound of the bell, served for communities as timekeepers and as messengers. I asked Marielba which themes or sounds would best depict the Caminantes' journey. While she plays the themes on the carillon, I document them in music notation and color code them to develop later.
During this part, I am trying to imitate the rhythm of the Caminantes during the walking. And now we are trying to tell when they encounter violence.
Through many drafts of the Caminantes composition, I continue to develop Marielba's walking and violence themes as I compose the rest of the music.
Grandmothers walk, children walk, young mothers walk and carry their babies. Due to the policies of the authoritarian government, Venezuelans no longer have access to critical information, nor to basic services, nor to gasoline. Prices escalated, jobs disappeared, violence increased. People don't want to leave their homeland, but to survive, they have to flee. In their path from the border of Venezuela to some of the main cities of Colombia, the Caminantes have to climb the Andes and cross the Berlin Paramo, a very dry and cold section of the mountains, often without adequate shoes or clothes, and with limited food and water. This makes the already dangerous journey into Colombia more difficult.
Collaborative investigative composing is like unraveling a tapestry. Every time I meet with Marielba, there are more threads of the story to unravel, and then to continue composing Caminantes. As an artist, it's essential to me to document these stories accurately and to get at the emotions and feelings involved. So I ask the journalists sensorial questions such as, what color would depict the feeling of this story? What does comfort smell like? What does violence sound like?
The Caminantes still have no choice but to continue walking. It is the will to survive. It is the will to have a life.